What the heck's the T-Riffic show? It appears to be a thing where the style keeps changing. First you laugh, then you feel, then you sing, then you think.
Wait, all that in one show?
Yes,
That's insane.
exactly.
You're doing a skit, got jokes to spit, so you wing it. That's absurd. You throw a pun, a slapstick run, and rhyme each silly word. Who would watch a guy in socks trip over props for fun? Apparently, everyone, because it's a comedy where laughter writes the melody with goofy gags and pratfall tags and punchlines flying faster than the flags. Silly faces, weird embraces, nothing's quite as freeing as a comedy. But what if the jokes get tired and the crowd's desire turns low? You grab a pen, you sigh again, and turn the lights down slow. Now hearts are breaking softly, the spotlight fades to blue. It's a balladry where words are painted tenderly with whispered chords and soft rewards and feelings floating gently through the chords. One tear, one true, one soul set free. That's the poetry of balladry. But wait, what's that sound? A beat, a groove, a key change born to move. We got rhythm in our veins, and the crowd begins to sway again. It's a musical, a jam so bright it's beautiful, with riffs that pop and hearts that bop, and everyone claps till the beat won't stop. Snap your fingers, feel that vibe. We're alive inside this musical. And when the music fades away and laughter's had its time, we settle down to stories told in meter, prose, or rhyme. For every giggle, every tear has led to something true. It's a chronicle of dreams that grow ironical, with twists and turns and lessons learned and tales that make your spirit burn. One heart, one mic, one soul to share. It's life retold in chronicle flair. A comedy, a balladry, a musical, a chronicle sincere. From laughs to feels, from beats to tales, the T-Riffic show prevails. Get a dazzling, heartfelt truth and giggle, show it all.
Good evening, my T-Riffic explorers. Tonight's theme is curiosity, the kind that makes you say, what's behind that door? What's inside that gadget? Or what's below that magical glowing cupcake? Whatever that means. Curiosity sometimes brings discovery, and sometimes brings disaster, but either way, it's not boring. So fasten your safety goggles and get ready for curiosity and chaos.
Greetings, curious minds. I'm Professor Oopsworth, inventor, dreamer, and part-time smoke detector tester. Today we venture into scientific misadventures, a place where brilliance meets, well, minor property damage. First experiment, instant cupcakes. You just add water and a small explosion. Success level, somewhere between yum and evacuate the building immediately. Yesterday I attempted self-folding laundry. It folded and then escaped. My socks now roam free in the wild. I saw one scaling my bookshelf like a tiny rebellious mountaineer. My shirt? Living under the sofa with a pack of dust bunnies. They've started a union. And last week, liquid courage? Genius, right? Worked a little too well. My goldfish now hosts seminars and calls himself Financial Coach Oopsworth. He gave me a tip jar. I tried to explain that it's my goldfish. He ignored me. He's a motivational fish. Very inspiring. Failure? Oh, failure is just curiosity wearing a silly hat. I'll take 10 silly hats if it means learning something new. 20 if they explode. 30 if they sing 99 bottles of soda backwards while juggling fire ants. Hats are optional. Fire ants? Mandatory. Speaking of progress, my toaster applied for a passport. Apparently it's ready to explore the world. The blender is lobbying for citizenship. They're negotiating as we speak. I suspect my coffee maker is running a black market espresso ring. You think chaos is contained? Oh no, Monday disaster. Tuesday genius. Wednesday, well, let me tell you. I tried to invent a self-walking cat. Long story short, it walked out my window, returned with 5 feral friends, and now runs a neighborhood cat choir. They've demanded hazard pay in tuna. I complied, not by choice. Portable weather, brilliant idea. Personal rain cloud, turned into a miniature tornado in my bathtub. Rubber duckies traumatized. My shower gel was reported missing and is currently seeking therapy. Thursday, edible light bulbs. One hamster ate one, developed glowing fur, refuses to sleep during daylight. Bright little guy. Motivated. I tried to negotiate rent, but no luck. Hamster attorney involved. Small but formidable. Invisible paint. It worked, except for my pants. I've been pretending all day I'm wearing trousers for decorum. Science is serious, people. Pants are optional. Dignity? Overrated. Friday, self-cleaning kitchen. It cleaned itself and left a passive-aggressive sticky note to sew. Try harder, mortal. And the blender joined in, demanding dental benefits. I told them both to take a number. They unionized anyway. Saturday, flavored smoke signals. I wanted vanilla clouds. Accidentally summoned a fog of bubble gum, anchovy, and mysterious oregano. Neighbors are still talking about it. I think the mailman is permanently confused. Sunday, I tried instant opera. Hit the wrong button. My parrot now performs La Traviata every morning at 6 a.m. He demands applause. My cat joins in as the tenor. I did not consent to a feline opera troupe. Monday, again genius plan. Self-watering plants. They watered themselves. Too much. Jungle in my living room. I'm considering charging rent. My sofa refuses to leave. It's plotting with the ficus. Tuesday redux. My alarm clock invented its own time zone. It's now telling me it's simultaneously 3, 17, 8:42, and yesterday. Very confusing. I overslept twice and then woke up early by accident. Physics, optional. Wednesday redux. Teleporting shoes? They only go to places I didn't want to go. One appeared on the neighbor's cat, another in my freezer, and one is now apparently attending a board meeting for the sock union. Reports say it voted yes on everything. Thursday redux. Self-etching mirrors. Beautiful. Terrifying. I looked in one and saw my alternate selves, all judging me for cupcakes, socks, and hamster wage disputes. One waved. Very passive-aggressive wave. Friday redux. Anti-gravity spaghetti noodles. They float. They hover. They attacked my ceiling fan. I now have floating spaghetti hats. Sticky, delicious, extremely dangerous. Science is not for the faint of heart. It's glitter, smoke, explosions, and passive-aggressive appliances. But every explosion, every minor catastrophe, every escaped sock teaches you something, mostly about hazard pay and fire extinguisher etiquette. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must negotiate peace between my microwave, kettle, and the rebellious loaf of bread. They refuse to toast evenly and are considering a coup d'etat. Onward, fellow geniuses, to discovery, minor property damage, and occasional heroism.
If curiosity ever blows up your kitchen, call Professor Oopsworth. He's probably the one that caused it in the first place. Now let's cool things down with a poem that reminds us that even chaos can be pleasant to look at if you look at it with wonder.
There once was a girl with a key made of glass who stared at the clouds as the minutes would pass. She whispered, "What if?" and reached up so high that one curious moment she opened the sky. The stars tumbled out like a jar full of beads, each one a question the universe feeds. She chased them with laughter, her heart open wide, collecting the mysteries others let slide. She found one star humming a song to a tree, another was painting the scent of the sea. She saw lightning write poems, comets play chess, and the moon gently sigh, "You're making a mess." She danced with the meteors, twirled through the night, her shadow a prism of shimmering light. Nebulas whispered their secrets in hues, while planets leaned in to tell her their news. Still she wandered, so fearless, so wild, her eyes like lanterns, her soul like a child. For every discovery led her to more, and curiosity opened each hidden door. She rode on a breeze shaped like ribbons of gold, heard the soft stories the ancient stars told. Even black holes seemed less dark, less grim, when she asked them gently to whisper to him. When dawn came to call, she returned with delight, her hair full of sparkles, her pockets of light. And though the sky closed, the stars whispered through, "Keep asking your questions, the sky's still with you."
Beautiful, Luna Bright, beautiful. Sometimes every adventure starts with a simple question, but what happens when that question turns into a full-on dance number? I guess we'll find out in tonight's musical number, and remember that when things get curious, Lauren's got the moves.
He's the talk of the town, wears a pink tuxedo and a permanent frown. He's got a pet iguana, his best friend named Lou, but Lou's a little lazy and Lauren's kinda too. He once tried to dance at a wedding one time, but he tripped on his shoes and he fell in the pie. Now they call him the legend, but don't ask why, cause Lauren's got the moves, but they're all kinda shy. Lauren, what's the deal with you? You try to be smooth, but your distance are goo. You walk like a penguin, you talk like a chip, but we love you, Lauren, you're our favorite ham. Lauren's a vegan, but he loves his McD's. He eats a salad, then he sneaks a cheeseburger with ease. His favorite hobby's knitting, he's a pro with the thread, but when it comes to fixing things, he just wraps it in red. He once tried to fix a toaster, the sparks flew high. He yelled, "It's working," but then it just died. Now he's banned from all the kitchens, far and wide. But Lauren doesn't care, he's got his pride. Lauren, what's the deal with you? You try to be smooth, but your distance are goo. You walk like a penguin, you talk like a chimp, but we love you, Lauren, you're our favorite ham. Lauren, you're the star of the show. You spill your coffee, but you still steal the glow. You got a heart of gold and your hair's always wild. You're the human version of a misplaced child. Lauren, what's the deal with you? You try to be smooth, but your dance moves are goo. You walk like a penguin, you talk like a chimp, but we love you, Lauren, you're our favorite ham. So here's to Lauren, who'll never be tame. He's a walking disaster, but we all love his name. Lauren, you're our hero, it's true. Now please stop dancing, you're scaring the zoo.
I don't know what was better, the chaos, the curiosity, or the choreography. Either way, let's end tonight's episode with a story of a question that flips the whole world upside down, literally.
There once was a library at the edge of town, tall, quiet, dignified, and allergic to dust. The problem? It was full of dust. Every day, people came to read, until one curious kid named Theo wondered aloud, "What happens if the library sneezes?" The librarian gasped. The walls quivered, and then... books flew like startled pigeons. Paper rained from the ceiling. The atlas spun itself dizzy, and a thesaurus began reciting synonyms for bless you. Theo ducked behind a dictionary and peeked out. The shelves had rearranged themselves into new shapes. Tunnels, bridges, even a spiral staircase that hadn't been there before. Did curiosity do this? He asked. A book nearby flipped open and whispered, maybe curiosity just revealed what was always here. Theo climbed the spiral staircase and found a new floor, a secret one, glowing faintly. Every book on the shelves had blank pages. Their titles? Unwritten Adventures. They shimmered, waiting for someone brave enough to write. The light pulsed softly through their covers, not rushing, not demanding, just patient. Each book seemed to lean forward ever so slightly as if listening for a heartbeat, a breath, a decision. The blank pages were not empty in the ordinary sense. They felt full of almosts and maybes, crowded with stories that knew how to wait. Theo picked up a pen. It rested lightly between his fingers, ordinary in every way, yet suddenly important in a way he couldn't quite explain. He looked at the glowing shelves again, at the quiet hum in the air, at the dust drifting slowly like it had all the time in the world. I think, he said softly, mostly to himself, I'll start with what happens when a library sneezes again. The pen touched the page. Nothing exploded. Nothing changed shape. No new rooms appeared. Instead, the light deepened, warmer now, steadier. The shimmer of the books grew calmer, satisfied as if this was exactly what they had been waiting for. The library responded with a low, gentle chuckle, the kind that traveled through the shelves and settled into the walls. Dust sparkled like stars, drifting lazily through the glow, no longer something to fear or avoid, but something that belonged. From that day on, the library was never truly quiet again. It hummed with turning pages and whispered ideas. Pens scratched softly against paper. Stories began and paused and began again. Laughter echoed between the shelves. The building listened, content and alert, always ready just in case someone asked another question out loud. And all of it traced back to a single moment. One sneeze, one pen, and one curious kid who asked why.
Curiosity, as you can now see, does not wait for permission, or does not have to wait for permission. It sneezes, spins, and dances until the world feels brand new. So go ahead, my friends. Ask questions, make discoveries, let chaos turn into wonder. Stay curious, stay joyful, and as always, I emphasize please, stay terrific.